Hi everyone! Welcome to today's Storytime and craft. For the craft, I'm going to show you how to make this puppet. What do you think of the puppet, Jack? Jack thinks it might be a cat toy, but it's actually made out of recycled materials. Do you see what those are? They're egg cartons. And the fish, as well as the materials, were inspired by today's book, Alba and the Ocean Cleanup by Laura Hawthorne. Are you ready to read with me? All right, let's get started. There was a small, quiet town that overlooked a brilliant blue ocean. And beneath the surface of the warm, shallow water, there was a beautiful reef. Shimmering fish darted and dived, and strange creatures scuttled into hidden places. Amid the hubbub was a young orange fish named Alba, who lived next to an old spotted shell. Can you find Alba in the picture? You might see the big spotted shell. That's right. There she is. Every year on her birthday, Alba found herself something special. She loved things that were spotted, striped, and round, bumpy, spiky, and bright, or curvy, swirly, and small. Over the years, she grew and grew, and so did her collection. Do you see all the beautiful shells that Alba's collected? But as time went by, Alba found fewer and fewer beautiful objects. Slowly, more trash started to appear. Alba watched the reef change, and every year, more of her friends left. One year on her birthday, Alba had no one to celebrate with. And though she searched and searched, she couldn't find a beautiful thing for her collection. There was only garbage. But Alba was determined. She kept looking until she was farther from home than she'd ever been. Suddenly, she noticed something glowing in the water. "How wonderful!" Alba exclaimed. It was just out of reach. She squished and squeezed. "Got it," she said. She had the pearl, but oh no! Alba was stuck inside a plastic bottle. No amount of wiggling would set her free, and all she could do was drift in the ocean current. Eventually, Alba floated up to the surface, where a peculiar new world appeared. Giant boats moved on the surface of the water, and white lights shone from the land. Alba also saw a lot of trash. She longed to go home. All that night, she dreamed to go back to her spotted shell, nestled in the reef. The next morning, a girl named Kaya was walking along the beach looking for beautiful objects for her collection. And she found Alba. "Oh no," Kaya said. "I'll get you out." And she did. Then she looked at all the plastic bottles and bags. "Our trash is everywhere," Kaya said. "It's not safe for you," she said, putting Alba in a bucket of clean seawater. we've got to clean this up. Kaya told everyone about Alba and about how dangerous their plastic and trash were making the oceans. They needed to make big changes. The whole town worked together to clean up the mess they had made. They cleared and cleaned bit by bit, piece by piece, and the sea started to get a little safe again. Do you see all the people working together to clean up the beach? Soon the ocean was clean enough for Alba to return. Kaya said goodbye and released her back into the water. Still clutching her precious pearl, Alba went home to her spotted shell and her collection of treasures. And when she got there, she found that most of the trash was gone. On Alba's birthday, she celebrated with her friends in the reef, which was becoming busy and bright again. Alba's pearl dazzled her friends. As they gathered around, she told them the story of a brave girl named Kaya who had worked very hard to make their ocean clean again. All right. Well, that's the end of our story. And that means I'll be taking you over to my desk to show you how we make the craft. See you soon. Hi again. Are you ready to make a craft with me? First thing you're going to do is take all of your materials out of your brown paper bag and see what you've got. You should have a bunch of different cardboard pieces from which we're going to make our fish bodies. You should have 2 different Google eyes. You should have all of these little beads. Mine are red, but you might have different colored ones. 1 cat stuffing himself inside of your brown paper bag. You are so ridiculous. One glue stick and a little pot of paint. You should also have a paintbrush and 1 special little white bead, kind of like Alba's pearl. To get started, you're going to need something to paint on. You can reuse this brown paper bag to be your painting area. By squishing it down, you've given yourself a nice workspace. Start by carefully opening up your pot of red paint. I hope I don't regret painting while you're on my desk, Jack. I'm definitely going to regret that. Come here. You're going to dip your paintbrush into the paint and start painting any piece you want. I'm going to start with the head part. That piece looks a little different. Do you see how it's shaped? Long and pointy like the head of a fish. I'm going to paint all around the edges and the outside and the inside. And I can paint by holding it in my hand and touching the parts that I haven't painted yet. Or I can put it right down on my brown paper bag and paint on that. It's going to take me a little while to do the painting. Then I'll have to let all the pieces dry before I can do the next step. So I'm going to take a break and come back once I've painted all of the pieces. See you soon. All right, all my pieces have dried. So now I'm going to start with the tail piece and string together our little fish. So I've got my tail. I also have this long string with a red bead on the end. By pinching the string between my fingers, I'm going to thread it through. I'm going to put it through on the tail side. And then pull the string through. See that? So the bead is stuck right here. Next, I'm going to take 2 of my red beads and put the string through them. Like that. And then another one. This bit's kind of tricky. You can always ask a grown-up to help you. Make it a little easier. Now that I've got those 2 beads on, I'm going to put one of the middle pieces on. So this is any piece that's not that head piece that I showed you earlier. All right. I'm going to thread my middle piece through. Like that. Now I'm going to do that a few more times, where I put 2 beads on, and then put another piece. Jack's still playing with the paper bag. Then I'm going to take 2 more beads. 1, 2, and then add another middle piece. And then I'm going to do just 2 more. Hi, Jack. And add 1 more middle piece. Sometimes if your hole isn't quite big enough, you can use either a pen or a pencil or even the end of your paintbrush to open it up just a little bit more and make it easier for that string to go through. And you should only have about 3 red beads left. This time you're going to put all 3 on. 1, 2, and 3. Starting to look a lot like a fish. So it's time to put on our last piece. I'm going to thread that through. This one's a little tricky. But I've got it. There you go. What's the only thing we're missing, Jack? That's right. Fish needs little eyes. So, we're gonna grab our 2 Google eyes. Google, Google. And take our glue stick. And we're going to glue 2 big dots, 1 on either side of our fish, just like that. 1, 2. then we can take our eyes and gently press them on. You're really causing quite a ruckus today. Now, we finished making our fish puppet, and all there is left to do is add our pearl. So you can grab your white bead and maybe have a grown-up tie it to the end of your string. That way, all of the pieces will stay together and not come off. And Alba has something to hold on to. Okay. And there you go. Your very own little fish puppet. I hope you've enjoyed making this craft with me today. If you would like to learn more about how you can clean up the ocean, there are ways that you can join the community Green Up and go to different sites in town to pick up trash. Maybe you'll end up helping an animal just like Alba. Jack, would you like to say goodbye to everyone? Bye. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.